morning, students. Today we are going to revise the lesson number 3, that is pair of linear equation in two variables. As we learn that linear equation it means that the degree of variable is 1. So here we are going to see that the standard form of linear equation. Standard form of linear equation is ax plus by plus c equals to 0, where a, b, c are real number, a, b and c are real numbers, and a is not equal to 0 and b not equal to 0. It means that a and b are non-zero real numbers. So standard form of linear equation is ax plus by plus c equals to 0. Here a is the coefficient of x, b is the coefficient of y and c is a constant term. So for example, we can say that 3x plus 2y minus 8 equals to 0. Like this, I will write one more example, that is 2x minus y plus 3 equals to 0. So here I am writing the two equations. So here I will tell that these two equations are the pair of linear equation in two variables. So after the standard formula, we are going to see what is a graphical method. The graphical method, it means that we have to find out the solution of given linear equation in two variables by using graph. So let us take one example for the graphical method. As we learn in 9th standard how to draw the graph of linear equation, here we are going to use the same way to plot the points for the given line linear equation. So first I am going to consider one example, that is x plus y equals to 5, and second, that is 2x plus y equals to 10. So here I am writing two linear equation and I have to solve by using the graphical methods. For this, first I am going to draw the table for this equation. So maximum we have to find at least 3 values for each equation. Suppose first x and y. Here if I take x as a 0, I will get y is equal to 5. When I will put y as a 0 in first equation, then the y will term get 0 and x equal to we get 5. If I take x equal to minus 1, then minus 1 equal plus y equals to 5. Minus 1 will go to this side, it become plus. It means that we get y equal to 6. Similarly, if I take the second equation 2x plus y equals to 10 and I am going to draw the value of table for this pair of linear equation. See here, first I am going to take here x and y. If I put y as a 0, then my equation become 2x plus 0 equals to 10. It means 2x equal to 10 and we get x is equal to 10 upon 2, that is 5. Similarly, if I will put here y is equal to 2, then this 2 is going to be shifted to this side. It become minus. So 2x equal to 10 minus 2, that is 8, and I get x equals to 8 upon 2, that is 4. When I am going to consider here x equals to minus 2, then if I take x equal to 2, then 2 2s are 4, 4 plus y equals to 10. Now 4 will shifted to this side, y equal to 10 minus 4, that is I get here y is equal to 6. Now for this, again I am going to draw on graph paper x and y axis. The graph of this linear equation. Here the maximum numbers are 6. So here I am going to take the scale from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0. It is a x-axis, it is a y-axis. Again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Similarly here minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Again here minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5 and minus 6. So it is a x and y plane. Now on this plane we have to plot these points. First 0, 5. When the x coordinate is 0, then that point lies on y axis. So it will come here 0, 5. Second point, that is 5, 0. So here y coordinate is 0. It means that it lies on x axis, that is 5, 0. And the third point, that is minus 1, 6. So minus 1 from the x axis and 6 from the y axis. The point will lies here. So we can draw a line passing through these 3 points, and this line we can say that it is a line x plus y equals to 5. Similarly, we have to draw the second lines by using this point. Now 5, 0. So here already we plot 5, 0. Next point, that is 4, 2. So from x we have to take 4, and from y we have to take 2. Third, that is 2, 6. So 2, 6 will be coming here, this point, and we have to draw the line, and this line, that is we can say that 2x plus y equals to 10. Now from this graph we can see that these two lines are going to intersect at point 5, 0. So we can say that the intersection point is 5, 0. Therefore x equals to 5 and y equals to 0 is the solution of given linear equations. So here in this example we see that first we have to find out the points or coordinates for this equation. Maximum 3 coordinates we have to find. Similarly, we are going to find out the coordinates for second equation and plot these points on the graph paper on xy plane, we get here the two lines are going to be intersect at one point. It means that that intersection point is the solution of given linear equation in two variable. So here in this example we get x equal to 5 and y equal to 0 is the solution. Now in the graphical methods we are going to see now three conditions for the consistency. Now the consistency, it means the given pair of linear equation has the solution, the conditions for consistency. Here we are going to see two general form of two linear equations. First I am going to consider a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0, and I am considering the second equation as a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0. So these are the general two equations. The first condition we are going to learn already, that a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. Then we get that it has unique solution. It means only one solution will be there and they are consistent. Means when we are going to compare the ratio of coefficients of both the equations, if a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2, then we say that it has the unique solution and they are consistent. Secondly, and we can say that these lines are intersecting lines. Now we can see the second one condition, that is when we are going to compare the ratio a1 upon a2 equals to b1 upon b2 equals to c1 upon c2. So here we get these three ratios are equal. It means that it has infinitely many solutions. Infinitely many solution. Once they get the solution, then again it is consistent, and these lines are coincident line. Third condition, that is we are going to see the ratio a1 upon a2 equals to b1 upon b2 not equal to c1 upon c2. It means that when a1 upon a2 equals to b1 upon b2 and the ratio of c1 upon c2 is not equal, then we cannot get any solution. So here we get no solution for this type of linear equation, and therefore they are inconsistent. They are inconsistent as there is no solution. Then these lines are the parallel lines. Parallel lines. Now see one example of consistency of the given linear equations. Now see here I am writing one example, 5x minus 3y equals to 11 and minus 10x plus 6y equals to minus 22. So we have to check whether the given pair of linear equations are consistent or not. For this, first we have to rearrange these equations in a standard form. So 5x minus 3y, 11 will come to this side, it become minus, equals to 0, that is the first equation. And second, minus 10x plus 6y minus 22 comes to this side, it become plus, so that is plus 22 equals to 0, that is equation number 2. Now we have to compare this equation with general form of pair of linear equation a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0. So comparing, we get a1 is equal to 5, b1 equals to minus 3 and c1 equals to, I get here, minus 11. Similarly, for the second equation we are going to compare with this. So here we get a2 equals to minus 10, b2 equals to 6 and c2 equals to 22. So comparing this, we get the value of a1, a2, b1, b2, c1, c2. Now take the ratio of a1 upon a2. Here 5 upon minus 10, it means we can write 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10. So minus sign comes at the middle, we get the value 1 by 2. Secondly, if I take b1 upon b2, b1 value is minus 3 and b2 will be 6. So here 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6. So we can say that here again we get the ratio minus 1 by 2. Similarly, we are going to check the third ratio, that is c1 upon c2. So minus 11 upon 22. Again here 11 ones are 11 and 11 twos are 22. They are going to cancel each other. Now here left minus 1 by 2. So from these three ratios we get that all the ratios are equal, because here all the ratios get the value as minus 1 by 2. So here we can say that a1 upon a2 equals to b1 upon b2 equals to c1 upon c2. When the three ratios are equal, then they are, we can say that, consistent, because they are coincident lines, and coincident lines has many solutions, and many solutions will be there. Then we can say that the given pair is consistent. So like this we can check whether the given equations are consistent or not by comparing the ratios of their coefficients. Now we learn what is the graphical methods and condition. Now we are going to move ahead for the algebraic methods. There are, again we can say that there are three methods. First we are going to see the substitution method. Now for this substitution method, as we say that the substitution methods, it means we have to substitute either the value of x or y from one equation in second equation to find the value of the variable x or y. So let us see how to solve the sum by using substitution method. So I will take one sum from the exercise 3.3. For one example is there, s minus t is equal to 3, and second equation is given s upon 3 plus t upon 2 is equal to 6. So these two pairs are given and we have to use the substitution method to solve this pair of linear equation. So first we are going to see that s minus t equals to 3. We can consider this as equation number 1. Now secondly we have given s upon 3 plus t upon 2 equals to 6. That is, we can say that equation number 2. Now from the first equation we can find out the value of s. So from equation 1 we can write s equals to 3 plus t, and this equation we can say that equation number 3. Now from this third equation we get the value of s as 3 plus t. We can substitute now this value in equation number 2. So put s equals to 3 plus t in equation second. So instead of s I will write 3 plus t upon 3 plus t upon 2 equals to 6. Now cross multiplication, we get here 2 into 3 plus t upon plus 3 into t upon 3 into 2 equals to 6. So here we get 2 3s are 6 plus 2 into t, that is 2t, plus 3 into t, 3t upon 6 equals to 6. Now this 6 will go to this side, here divide, this side goes into the multiplication. So here we can write 6 plus 2t plus 3t equals to 5t equals to 6 into 6, that is 36. Now 5t equals to 36 minus 6. This 6 will transpose to this side. We get 30. Hence we can say that t equals to 30 upon 5. Because 5 is multiplied here, this side goes, it is divided. So 5 ones are 5, 5, 6 are 30. So here we get the t equals to 6. Now we have to put this t equal to 6 in equation number 3. So we get the value of s. So s is equal to 3 plus t equals to 3 plus the value of t will be 6, and hence we get s equals to 9. It means that here s equal to 9 and t equals to 6 are the solution of given pair of linear equation. Now we are going to see the second algebraic method, that is elimination method. Now as the name suggests elimination, it means that we have to eliminate either the x coefficient or y coefficient. It means that the x term or y term we are going to eliminate. So we get the solution of the given pair of linear equation. Here I am taking one word problem. Here example is, if we add 1 to the numerator and subtract 1 from the denominator, a fraction reduced to 1. It becomes half if we only add 1 to the denominator, then what is a fraction? So here we have to find out the fraction. So we can see that here first we are going to consider, let the numerator be x and the denominator be y. Denominator be y. Now, so the required fraction is, it is in the form of required fraction is x upon y. Now see how the condition will occur. What is the first condition? According to the question, here we have to add 1 to the numerator and subtract 1 from the denominator. So we get here, we have to remove, add 1. So x is the original numerator, we have to add 1 to the numerator, and y is the original denominator, we have to subtract 1 from this denominator. Your fraction becomes 1. It reduces to 1. So your fraction become 1. And the second condition will be, it becomes half if we only add 1 to the denominator. It means that the second condition will be, the numerator x remain as it is. When we add 1 to the denominator, that is y plus 1, then your fraction become 1 upon 2. So these are the two conditions we get from this word problem. So first, when you have given the word problems, we have to read the question carefully. So here we can say that now we are going to form from this two conditions two simultaneous linear equation. So first I am going to write here how to solve the word problem. First we have to take, already we have taken that, let x numerator be x and denominator be y. So here we can say that first, according to the question, ATQ, the first condition it is given when we add 1 to the numerator and we have to subtract 1 from the denominator, your equation reduced as a 1. So here we can say that from this y minus 1 is at the denominator, this side goes, it will be multiplied. So x plus 1 equals to 1 into y minus 1. So x plus 1 equals to, we get y minus 1. Now here x will come to this side, x minus y equals to minus 1, and this one goes to this side, again it will minus 1. So your equation become x minus y equals to minus 2, and that is your equation number 1. Again, according to the question, your second condition is that we have to add 1 to the denominator. So the numerator remain as it is, x, and we have to add 1 to the denominator, that is y. Your fraction become 1 upon 2. So this is your second condition that is given in the question. Now cross multiplication, you will get here x y plus 1. So here we get 2x equals to y plus 1. Now 2x, y will come to this side, it become minus. So 2x minus y equals to 1. That is your equation number 2. Now here for the elimination method, we have to check the coefficient of x and y. Here the coefficient of x is 1 and here the coefficient of x is 2. In the first equation, coefficient of y is minus 1 and here also the coefficient of y is minus 1. So here we get that the coefficient of y is same for both the equation. So we can subtract equation 1 from 2. So my second equation is 2x minus y equals to 1. We are going to subtracting the first equation, x minus y equals to minus 2. When we are going to subtract, the sign of second equation become changed. So this x become minus x, this minus y become plus y and this minus 2 become plus 2. So 2x minus x, it will be x only. Here plus y minus y will get cancelled and we get 1 plus 2 equals to 3. Hence we get here x equals to 3. Now we have to put x equals to 3 in equation 1. So my first equation is x minus y equals to minus 2. I substitute this in equation 1. It will get 3 minus y equals to minus 2. It implies that minus y equals to minus 2 minus 3. So here we get minus y equals to minus 5, which implies that y equals to 5. So here we get x equals to 3 and y equals to 5 is the solution, but we require the fraction. So my required fraction is that x upon y. So we can say that 3 upon 5 is the required fraction for the given problem. Now the third algebraic method, that is cross multiplication method. Already we learned that cross multiplication method. See here, we have given one pair of linear equation 8x plus 5y equals to 9 and 3x plus 2y equals to 4. So first we have to write this equation in the standard form for the solution. So here 8x plus 5y minus 9 equals to 0 is equation number 1. Then second equation is 3x plus 2y minus 4 equals to 0 is equation number 2. Now for this method, always remember in your mind that we have to write the equation in standard form. Then only we get the correct answer. Otherwise, it might be chances to be the answer will be wrong. So for the cross multiplication method, first we write this both the equation in standard form. Then I will write here the values of a1. a1 will be the 8, b1 that is the coefficient of y, and c1 that is equal to minus 9. Similarly for the second equation, the values of A2 equals to 3, B2 equals to 2 and C2 equals to minus 4. So here once we get the values A1 upon A2, A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2, then by cross multiplication method we know that by cross multiplication method we have to write the terms as B1, B2. We have to cross multiply C1, C2, again cross multiplied A1, A2 and again we have to cross as B1, B2. Here it will come X, here it will come Y and here it is come 1. So for this I am going to substitute now the values of B1, B2, C1, C2, A1, A2. So here B1 will be 5 and B2 will be 2. Cross multiplied X will be here. C1 will be minus 9 and C2 will be the minus 4. Again we have to cross multiply. Here the value of Y will be there and here A1 upon A2, it means that 8 upon 3. So again we have to cross multiply 1, that is 5 upon again here 2, B1 and B2's value. Once we get this table, next we have to do that first X is there, so X upon cross multiplied first 5 into minus 4, so it comes minus 20. 5 4s are 20 plus minus minus. Then we have to multiply 2 into minus 9, that is minus 18 and we have to put in between sign is minus. It means that we have to multiply B1 C2 and C1 B2 and we have to subtract them. Then for Y, again here we have to multiply C1 into A2, that is minus 9 into 3, that is minus 27. Again middle minus sign will be there and minus 4 into 8, that is minus 32 equals to the last, that is 1 upon, again here we have to multiply 8 into 2, that is 16 minus 3 into 5, that is 50. So first we have to do the cross multiplication and write it in this form. Then X upon, here this term become minus 20, minus minus become plus, so I will write here plus 18 equals to Y upon, this term is minus 27 as it is and minus minus become plus, so it will come plus 32 equals to 1 upon, here 16 minus 50. So here we get X equals to plus minus minus and sign of bigger number. Here 20 is the bigger number, so sign will come minus. So here we get minus 2 equals to Y upon 32 minus 27. Here 5 is left and 32 is the positive, so here 5 also positive and 1 upon 16 minus 15 will be 1. Now compare these ratios X upon minus 2 with this constant ratio. Similarly Y upon 5, this ratio we have to compare with this to get the value of X and Y. So therefore we can say that X upon minus 2 equals to 1 upon 1. That implies that x equals to minus 2, because x into 1 x and minus 2 into 1, that is minus 2. So we get x equal to minus 2. And secondly, y upon 5 equals to 1 upon 2, 1, which implies that after cross multiplication, y into 1 will be y and 5 into 1 will be 5. So here x equal to minus 2 and y equal to 5 is the solution of given linear equations by using cross multiplication method. So in this way we can solve the maximum sums by using the cross multiplication method. Now the next topic, that is, we have learned that equation reducible into the pair of linear equation in two variable. If you observe here, these equations are not in the standard form of linear equation. So we can reduce this linear equation into the linear equation and solve for the x and y. So how to solve this type of questions that arise in your board examination for 4 marks? So let us see how to solve. First, we have to write the equation as it is given. So 5 upon x minus 1 plus 1 upon y minus 2 equals to 2. That is equation number 1. And the second equation is 6 upon x minus 1 minus 3 upon y minus 2 equals to 1. That is equation number 2. So these two equations remain as it is. Now we have to here substitute to form the pair of linear equation. We have to substitute 1 upon x minus 1 is equal to a and 1 upon y minus 2 equals to b in both the equation. So my both equation becomes 5a, because 1 upon x minus 1 is equal to a. So 5a plus 1 into b, that is b, equals to 2, and this equation number 3. Similarly, this equation, 6 into a plus, sorry, here minus sign is there, minus 3 into b equals to 1, that is equation number 4. Now these both the equations are in the form of pair of linear equation. So we can solve this both the equation by using any one of the method that we learn, that is substitution method, then elimination method, or cross multiplication method. Here I am going to solve these equations by using the elimination method. For elimination, I am going to here equate the coefficient of b as same for both the equation. So here I have to multiply by 3 to equation 3. So my third equation become 3 into 5a plus b equals to 2. That implies that 3 5s are 15a plus 3b equals to 6, and now this equation become fifth number equation. Now see here, fourth and fifth equation, here the coefficient of b is same, but in first equation there is minus 3, and here in fifth equation plus 3. So when the opposite signs of equal coefficient, then we have to add the equation. So adding equation 4 and 5, adding equation 4 and 5. So we get here 6a minus 3b equals to 1. Addition means plus 15a plus 3b equals to 6. So here I will get 3b will get cancelled. 15 plus 6, that is 21a, equals to 1 plus 6 as a 7. So here we get a equals to 7 upon 21. 7 ones are 7. 7 threes are 21. So we get a value as 1 upon 3. Now put this value a equals to 1 upon 3 in equation. I will put in equation number 3. The simplest equation we have to choose for the substitution. So your calculation become easy. So 5 into a will be 1 upon 3 plus b equals to 2. That implies that b equals to 2. This 5 into 1 upon 3, it means that we can write here 5 upon 3. Now this 5 upon 3 goes to this side, it become divide. Here 2 has no denominator, it means we are going to consider as one denominator, and we get hence b equals to 2 3s are 6 minus 5 1s are 5 upon 3, that is 1 upon 3. So here we get the value of a and b, but we have to find out the value of x and y. So here we are going to resubstitute again our original values that we have taken for a and b. So resubstituting the value of a and b. A is equal to 1 upon, we have taken 1 upon x minus, we have taken a, that a equals to 1 upon x minus 1 and b equals to 1 upon y minus 2. But here we get a equals to 1 upon 3 equals to 1 upon x minus 1 and b also we get 1 upon 3 equals to 1 upon y minus 2. So here we can say that now we are going to cross multiplication. X minus 1 into 1 equals to 3 into 1 and here 1 into y minus 2 equals to 3 into 1. So x minus 1 into 1, it means x minus 1. 3 ones are 3 and again here 1 into y minus 2 means y minus 2 equals to 3. Now minus 1 goes to this side, it becomes plus. So x equals to 3 plus 1 and y equals to 3 plus 2. So here we get x equals to 4 and y equals to 5 is the solution of given equation. Apart from the methods solving the pair of linear equation, we have one questions will arise in your board examination to determine the value of k, for which we have given the pair of linear equation to represent either coincident line, parallel line, no solutions, or parallel lines or intersecting lines. Then how to solve to find out the value of k? So here first we are going to write the given equations. So kx plus 3y equals to k minus 3. It is your first equation, and 12x plus ky equals to k is your second equation. Now see both the equations we have to compare with a1, a2, b1, b2, c1, c2, and we have to put the values. So comparing with this equation, a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0, we get that a1 equals to k, b1 equals to 3, c1 equals to k minus 3, then a2 is equal to 12, b2 equals to k, and c2 equals to again k. So here we have given that they are representing the coincident lines. So given lines are coincident lines. Therefore we can say that the ratio of a1 upon a2 equals to b1 upon b2 equals to c1 upon c2. So it implies that we are going to substitute the value. a1 as a k, a2 will be 12, then b1 will be 3, b2 will be again k, equals to c1 is equal to k minus 3 and c2 will be k. Now for finding the value of k, we can compare any two equal ratio. So here we can say that k upon 12 equals to 3 upon k. After cross multiplication, we get here k into k equals to 12 into 3. So k into k, it will be the k square, and 12 3s are 36. So k square equals to 36. So this implies that after taking square root, k is equal to plus or minus 6. So by taking square root, we get that k is equal to plus or minus 6. So here in this way we can determine the value of k when according to the given condition. Sometimes here instead of coincident line, they have written here, they have represent the parallel lines. Or here we get the one more question, determine the value of k for the given pair of linear equations having no solution. So we have to go through these same steps for finding the value of k. In this way we can find out the value of k. So in this way we can see the whole topic linear equation in two variables.